All right, well, we're all hooked up. We're in Casa Grande, Arizona at the Palm Creek Golf and RV Resort. It is Monday morning. We're going to head toward Oregon, and we're going to take our time, and we have about 5 stops before we get to Oregon, I guess it is. So what I plan to do is give you a little insight of our trip. We might show you each campground we're at. Now, we've done campground reviews on most of these campgrounds we're going to stay at. So I thought what I'd do is we'd maybe do a little bit of the travel day. We'd pull in, we'd hook up to our sites, maybe do a quick tour of our site, and then we'll put a link up above that little clip to the campground review that we did before, unless we see something that has drastically changed, and then we'll do a new campground review. And we'll just keep on doing that. We'll have a travel day, we'll get to a campground, we'll just show you our RV site, and then we'll put a link up there for you to check on. So anyway, like I said, we'll have Quartzsite. We're gonna head to Cal-Nev-Ari, Arizona, then to Hawthorne, go through Vegas up to actually to Beatty, Nevada, then to Hawthorne, and then to Susanville, California, and then a nice country drive up to Oregon. Pretty much all back roads. All right, we're going to take off now. Diane is up dropping off our mailbox key. She was going to come back here, but I'm all hooked up and tired of waiting. So I'm just going to take off. I already checked the lights, and we're good to go. So there's a overnight section up by the office where she's at. I bet she found somebody to talk to. There's probably somebody up there that she's yakking at. We do have our radios, but Diane, is your radio on? I'm pretty sure there she is. She's one street over, so she probably found somebody to yak at, and didn't make it back to the campsite. I'm going to show her the radios.
I have my thingy on.
I was just trying to call you to see if you had it on. I'm going to pull up to the overnight spot, do one last walk around the coach, and then we'll be on the road. Everything look good back there?
I was just going to tell you, everything looks good.
Left turn signal?
Yep.
Right turn signal?
Yep.
And we're coming up to a stop sign, so brake lights? Was that an all good?
That was an all good.
So we use the Wuxon radios. They are a GMRS radio. They're a lot quieter than the typical radios you buy at whatever camping store. We've been using those for a couple of years now. I know I need to do a review on those. I said I would when we were using the Motorola's. I did a review on those, and I said I would come back and do a review, and I never have. So we have one coming. Alright, we're going to spin around here, go to the overnight section, and then we will do a walk around, and then we'll be gone. Today's an easy day. Hopefully an easy day. 200 miles. Well, I guess it's a good time to mention that we've been coming here to Palm Creek for probably the last, we figure, 6 years. And been a lot of changes here. We've always enjoyed it. See you next season. We've always enjoyed it here. We've met a lot of friends. We love the pickleball here. It's been really good. But it's changed, right? They were bought out. It was owned by some private people. Then a corporation bought it. Son actually bought it, and you know, now it's a corporation. They care less about the people. It's more about the money, taking care of the investors. I get it, but it's changed year after year after year. You know, they used to let you, if you came, you could reserve a spot for the following year without issues, get your same spot. Now they open up reservations to the world, and dog eat dog. There's no gratification for repeat customers, which is really retail 101. But big corporations, they don't care, and that I don't understand why they do that, right? Why would they not? People that want to come here next year, is guaranteed sales. Let them have their spot and move on. They get used to the neighbors, they have their happy hours together. It's just stupid to me, but it is what it is, right? And so we're going to come here next year. We have reservations for next year. And then we have kind of talked about going somewhere else and trying something else. It's just, we'll miss our friends and miss all the activities, but all right, that's it. I told you as soon as we hit the road, we're going to bow out and we'll get back to you later. Now we're going to jump on the freeway, head south, then head west, and go down to Gila Bend, Arizona, and then we're going to cut up to I-10. And anyway, we'll see you in Quartzsite. Okay, so we're at our first stop on our way back up to Oregon from Arizona, and I told you I'd stop off and show you each site that we stop at. But before I did that here, I had to stop off and say hello to my old buddy. We've had many conversations in the past. So where we are now, we are at the Quail Run RV Park in Quartzsite, Arizona. We have boondocked in Quartzsite many, many times. We used to go out to the desert and boondock for like 14 days. Then we'd come in here to Quail Run, we'd get a site, we'd hang out for like 2 days, and we would get some fresh water, do our dump, and clean, and make some food, and then we'd head back out to the desert, and that's kind of our MO when we used to boondock here in Quartzsite. So now I'm done with my conversation here with my old buddy. I'm going to spin around, we're going to go check out our RV site, and go from there. Okay, so easy access. There's the main road right up there. We just turned in when we came in today. We pulled in, and we drove right up here. The office is open, but it's closed, if that makes sense. They're open for business, but nobody's in the office until tomorrow morning at 8:30. But they had an envelope outside with all of our information, and then we just went off to our site. And I just came up here just now and dropped our payment off in their mail slot. So we pulled right up here. We stopped at the stop sign, and it couldn't be any easier because look where we are, straight ahead of us. That's our site right there in number 162. Now, when we came around in the other years, when boondocking, we usually stayed up at the front of the park, but I think it's pretty well shut down up there to a certain extent. So here's our site. Let's just start over here. So we pulled right in. Plenty of room in case you come here with ATVs or whatever. This is our whole area. That's the neighbor site right there. But as you can see, no obstructions. You're going to get plenty of satellite or Starlink or whatever you want to do. But here's our site. Pretty simple. Plenty long. We stayed hooked up with the truck. And same thing over there, right? All pull-throughs over here. Some back ends around the perimeter. But all easy access. And there we are. There's our site. All the way over to here. It's huge. I mean, it's just huge. But keep in mind, a lot of people come here in the wintertime and they bring trailers, they bring their ATVs, and it's these big sites get smaller real quick. Let's go around to our utility side. Here we go. Sloped a little bit from back to front, not horrible. And here we go. So here's your power. There's a septic right here. We're not hooked up because we're only here for one night. We don't need to hook up the septic. And there's our water. And there you go. Pure and simple. All right, that's it from here at Quail Run. That's our real quick tour of our campsite. So today was an easy day, 200 miles roughly from Casa Grande, Arizona to Quartzsite, Arizona. Mainly freeway driving, not our normal way of traveling. We don't really care for freeways too much. But anyway, if you want to see a full review of the Quail Run RV Park, just click right up here on this link. It'll take you to a full review that we did before. And then tomorrow morning we're going to get up. We have another 200-mile day planned, mainly 2-lane highways tomorrow, so something we enjoy a lot more. And we get to our next location, we'll do another little clip about our RV site there. Until then, just kick back and enjoy. We're now at our second stop in our road trip to Oregon from Casa Grande, Arizona. And we are in Cal-Nev-Ari, Nevada. And we're staying at the Cal-Nev-Ari RV Park. So today's travel day was pretty easy. It was 140 miles, all 2-lane highway, piece of cake. We stop here because we are now 70 miles away from Las Vegas, and we can leave tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, be in Vegas in an hour, so we're between that 8 o'clock rush hour traffic and lunchtime traffic, and we can hopefully skate on through Las Vegas, and I hate driving through Vegas. So anyway, let me turn you around and we'll give you a little tour of this campsite. All right, here we go. So we're in site 42. All these sites down here is pretty much where they put people for 1 or 2 nights. A couple of trees to get between, but they're not a big deal at all, right? Once you pull up past this tree, your slide will go out and you can use your awnings. You don't have a whole lot for a patio, but it's plenty, and you have some creosote bushes to separate you from your neighbors. And here you go, this is our patio. We'll just walk up here and give you a shot of the site. They do supply you with a picnic table, and you can see Diane's already been out there toying around with her plants. We'll give you a shot back at the patio from this side. Then we'll go ahead and walk around and show you the utility side. Up here also, these are usually more long-termers up here, I think, but pull-through sites out past there are just the desert. But you can see the roads are nice and wide, plenty of room to navigate. Our site was plenty long to leave the truck connected and plenty wide to park the car next to it. Okay, let's go over here and show you the utility side. Again, trees front and back, but you can see they don't really come into play with the slides at all. And more creosote bushes for separation. Now on our sites, every time we've stayed here, the sites seem to slope a little bit from front to back, but I'm able to air down our Cal-Nev air ride hitch, or Cal-Nev air ride rear end, and take the air out of the trailer saver hitch and pretty much get level and still stay connected. Here you go, we'll keep on walking around. So here is our septic, which again, we're not hooked up to because we're one night again, so we don't need to have septic. There's our power and water. All right, so piece of cake for hookups. And you can see we just got past this tree with our slides, but no big deal. And then there you can see, I'm just gonna give you a shot around here so you can see that all the roads are nice and wide. Up beyond all those RVs is Highway 95, so we're well away from the highway and we get no road noise. So the rate here for our stay was $35 for the night. It's not even worthwhile trying to boondock in this 90-degree temperatures to save $35, so it's a good stop for us. Now, as I mentioned, along this video, we've stayed in a lot of these places. We have stayed here before, and I have done a full-blown review on this RV park. So right up here, I'm gonna put a link to that review, so in case you are curious about it, you can go up there and click on that link and go get the full review. All right, so tomorrow, we're gonna get up at 9 o'clock. We're gonna drive through Vegas. I dread the drive through Vegas. And then we're gonna drive to, I call it Beatty, but they tell me it's called Beatty, Nevada. Bunch of donkeys in that town, it's really cool. So we're gonna go up to Beatty, Nevada tomorrow. That is a 190-mile travel day, I believe it is. So again, not a long day in mile-wise, but going through Vegas, it's going to seem like 300 miles to me. Anyway, hey, we'll see you in Beatty. Well, one good trait to have if you're going to be a full-time RVer, a full-time traveling RVer, is flexibility. Like today, for example. So we left Cal-Nev-Ari. Our plan was to stop here in Beatty, Nevada, which is where we are right now, and we're going to spend the night. So that would have been just under a 200-mile day. But good old Mother Nature tricked us. So we got checking ahead at some of the towns we're going to be going through. And I'll be doggone if the last day of our travel does not show freezing rain and snow. Well, we don't particularly want to travel in freezing rain and snow. So we decided to do a longer day today. Now what I'm going to do, because we did plan to stop at Beatty RV Park and show you the site, but we have stayed there before, so I'm going to put a link right up here anyway for that park, so you can click on it and go take a look at that park. It's really a nice place to stop if you're going through Beatty, Nevada. So up here I'll put a link to that video, and then what we're going to do now, we decided, now we just left Beatty, we stopped off and made a sandwich and had a little lunch. And now we're going to continue on to Hawthorne, which is going to be our next stop. And now we have another 197 miles to go. And then we're going to go to Hawthorne and spend the night there, which was our plan for tomorrow. And we're going to move all of our other reservations up one day. But you know what? That is part of being a full-time traveling RVer, is being able to roll with the punches and make those changes. So anyway, I apologize for not being able to do that walk around in this video, but you can click on that link above and go check out Beatty RV Park. Highly recommend it if you're passing through this way and want to kill a night. All right, that's it. We're going to continue on, and then we'll show you what Hawthorne has to offer. All right, we made it to Hawthorne. 389 mile day because we had to bypass Beatty or Beatty, however you really say it. So 389 miles from Cal-Nev-Ari, Nevada to Hawthorne, Nevada. It wasn't too bad. Most of it's 2-lane highway. We went through Las Vegas, which I don't like driving through Vegas, but it wasn't too awfully bad, so I won't complain about it too much. And now we're at the Whiskey Flats RV Park in Hawthorne, Nevada. We paid $44 for the night, which isn't that bad. There is a nice place up the road if you want to boondock. It's on Walker Lake. We've boondocked up there a number of times as well. But we just wanted hookups and make it easy, being just a one-nighter, and I don't know, we just wanted hookups tonight. So now, let me do a real quick tour around our site, and then we'll go from there. So hang on, I'm going to spin you around. All right, well, here's the back side of our site, but let me give you an idea. Did you see that bus go by up there? Watch that bus. See that bus off in the distance? So that's Highway 95. So we came in from this direction. We turned in. I'll show you the office in just a second from our site. We turned in, checked in, we drove around out through the back, and then we came in this gate back here. Look how wide this road is. I love these sites back here because you can pull way out here and then you can pull in to your site. Look at that. And there's no traffic here. This is not a through street. You come down the street, the only place to go is into a site and then back out. So it's perfect. And then he said he don't care if we park back here at the car. So there you go. Now let's do a walk through our site real quick. Okay, here we go. So again, this is how we pulled in. We stayed to the back because we stayed hooked up. You'll see that in a minute. So this tree almost came into play, but I could have pulled up a little bit farther, but it's not a big deal. Plenty of room. Look at this. A nice separation with the split rail fencing. Come up here. This is all gravel. Our site's all gravel, which is fine. If you look over there, a lot of the sites in the middle, they have concrete pads you park on, but over here you have the gravel. No big deal. Nice nice picnic table. There we go. Now, as I mentioned, we were able to stay hooked up plenty long, and then when we leave, we will just go right out here. We'll go back here behind the office. We'll go up that road, back up to Highway 95, and then we'll go that direction. When we pulled in and went in front of the office, checked in, came around and went back to that street I told you about. And then let's take a look at the utility side here. There you go. Look how wide it is. I mean, nice and wide, right? So we run a little bit. We run about 1 inch nose high anyway on our setup. And we pulled in. It's a little bit low in the back. But again, by dumping the air in the Cal-Nev air ride on the truck and dumping some air out of the Trailer Saver air hitch, we got level. I didn't need to do anything else. I didn't need to run the tires up on anything. I didn't need to unhook and get level. We are within the bubble. So there we go. Here's our water. And there's our power, obviously. And there's septic. And once again, we're not hooked up to septic. We're here only one night, so no need for that. And then look at that. Mountains and some snow. So nice little site there, right? Not too bad. No complaints. So once again, we have stayed here before. This is just a real quick shot of our site. So if you're interested in a full campground review, check out up here. I'll put a link right up here in the top of the screen. Right up there somewhere. I will put a link to the full review, and you can see all the sites we drove through. We called out numbers on a bunch of the sites. You can see the whole thing. We showed you the laundry room. Our typical campground review. So if there's something you want to see, click on that link, go check it out. And again, we wanted to do Beatty, or Beatty, however you say it, but hopefully you'll click on that link and check out that review. That's a great park when you're passing through. Now here's the thing. We also checked on the weather. We were going to leave here tomorrow morning, and we're going to drive to Susanville, California, which is a little over 200 miles. But we checked the weather, and dang, they're expecting a foot of snow up in the mountain passes where we have to drive through. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to bypass Susanville. We are going to leave here in the morning early again, and we're going to drive 439 miles from here to Southern Oregon, and we're doing that so we don't have to worry about driving any adverse weather. It's supposed to be sunny and in the 60s and 70s. And we know, because we've ridden that many times on motorcycles and RVs, that that is all high country. When you get past Susanville, you're in high country. You drop into McLeod, and then you go over the Siskiyou Pass, and that, again, is in the high country. So we do not want to drive a day of snow and freezing rain. So we're going to drive 439 miles tomorrow. Be a long day, but we've already changed our reservations, and we were able to get into our spot in Central Point, Oregon, early. We had to change sites, so we didn't have to move a couple times, but that's okay. No big deal. All right, that's it for this stop. Hawthorne, Nevada, Whiskey Flats RV Park. We paid $44 for the night. A great spot to come stop. Okay, see you in the next stop. All right, so because we're trying to beat that weather front, now we left Hawthorne this morning at 6:30, and we're going to drive 429 miles today. But I still want to show you a spot that or tell you about a spot that we normally stop off at on our trips when we're doing our normal travels. So we're going through Reno, Nevada right now. So either way we go, we usually stop off at the Border Town RV Park. In fact, when we first hit the road 11 and a half years ago, that was the first RV park we stayed at on our full-time RV adventure. So what I'm going to do, we're getting ready to go by there. If we take exit 83, we're on Highway 395. We're just north of Reno a little bit, or maybe northwest. On 395 in Border Town. It's called Border Town RV Park. There's a casino right next door, a fuel station right next door, easy access to Reno if you want to do a couple day trips. We take exit 83. And because we're not going to stop there, I thought maybe I'd just put a link right up here in the video. I have done a full-blown review on that RV park. So you can just click on that link and check it out. And we're just going to drive right on by. Okay, we'll see you at the next stop. Okay, here we are at our last stop on our trip from Casa Grande, Arizona to Oregon. So we landed at the Southern Oregon RV Park. It's in Central Point, Oregon. I think we paid $47 a night. We got a back-end site. So let me flip you around and give you a quick tour. Okay, I'll just start right out front. So you might see some traffic going by right out there. That is I-5. We came in on this frontage road right here where you see that car going. And we came down here, we pulled in the RV park, came around, the office is back over there. We just came around this road, made the turn, pulled up here and backed in our site. So lots of grass, good separation. Let's go around here and show you the utility side, and then we'll go from there. Pretty empty as you can see. Let me shoot you down. Look at that. All the sites are empty down here, really empty right now. We love our neighbors. Oh, and we are in site L5 is the site number we're in. So there's a truck. We have plenty of room to park the car and the trucks side by side, excuse me. Well, I won't say plenty of room, but it worked. We could have stayed hooked up if we wanted to, but we had room to unhook and pull forward a tad bit. And here you see, this is our power pedestal and our water. And then we went ahead and hooked up water here. We're going to be here a few days. and septic runs out over here. You have some nice shrubbery between the sites. We're just going to walk around here, show you the back side. I could have pulled back a little further, but I wanted to be able to walk around behind the RV. And we love this site. We've stayed here in this site before, and we love it because we back up to this. Nobody behind us, grass. There is some freeway noise, but when we're inside, we don't really hear it, so it's not a big deal. So here we go. That's our yard. Let me just go back out here and do a view from over here real quick. And that's the fairgrounds. Right over there is the fairgrounds. So if there's an event going, a concert or whatever else, this park is very busy, but right now it's not. There you go, that's our site. Pretty nice for us. We like it. Now on the other side, so you see the office over there? On the other side that's the majority of the sites over there. And over here, there is a fishing pond. There's some walking trails out here between the RV park and the freeway. In fact, right out here, you might see the striped walkway right there. That's a bike trail. You can take it south for miles and miles and miles, and you can head north for a number of miles as well. So there you go. That is a peek at our site here at Southern Oregon RV Park. All right, so as I mentioned, we've stayed here before, so this is a real quick peek at our site. But in case you're interested in a full-blown review of the campground, I'm going to put a link right up here. You can click on that and you can check out our tour. We always drive around, we show all the RV sites, we call out numbers, we show the bathrooms, everything like that. So click on that link up there, go check out that review. I think you'll like it. Okay, that's it for here. Okay, we have reached our final destination on this journey. Now I will admit that this is not the way I had this segment planned in my mind. Actually, where we are is at the piece of property that Diane and I picked up last year to develop into an RV property. You can see part of that behind us. What I had planned to do is pull in here, set the camera up, show us pulling onto the property and parking in our spot, but it didn't turn out that way. We got into quite a predicament actually. We came in, we were followed a rain. I didn't have the opening as big as I thought I had it, and we got kind of stuck up against a tree. We got stuck up against a power pole. There was quite a slope. The front of the coach about hung up on the power pole. I had to jack up part of the coach to get it leveled back out again to make the turn. It was really quite the ordeal. And through all that, I figured out that I'm not a true vlogger, because a true vlogger would have had a video camera out and got all that on video for you to see. I was more interested in making sure we didn't damage our coach and didn't damage the truck, and it was really a mess. It took us a half hour to make a simple left-hand turn, what should have been a simple left-hand turn. So I have done some videos on this property since then, and I'll put a link up here to a series of those, and you can kind of see what we went through when we came in and what kind of changes we've made if you're interested. But nonetheless, here we are at our final destination for now at our RV property, and hopefully you enjoyed the journey from Casa Grande up here to Oregon. I should have put this video out long ago, but because of the last segment not turning out the way I wanted to, I lost all interest in doing the video. And here we are actually a couple months later, and I said, you know, I need to just finish this video this way, and I'm sure you will understand, and then share it with you. So here we are. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, as always, how about a thumbs up, maybe leave a comment down below, consider subscribing. As always, have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.